everyone, it's Zahava. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be picking out October reads using the TBR teapot. I know that this is a video that you guys seem to really enjoy and connect with, so please go ahead, pause the video now if you need to go and grab a snack or a drink, and if not, just let's keep playing and let's get started. So if you guys are new here or you missed the last two editions of the TBR teapot, I actually started this series back in August and I did another one in September. So I think that we're going to sort of keep this going until I have no desire to do this anymore or you guys are tired of seeing it. But I think you guys seem to enjoy this pretty well. So basically what I have here, if you're new, and just as a refresher, if you've only seen the video once, okay, I've got this little sort of antique teapot here and I have inside, I'll see if I can show you, a whole bunch of reading prompts, which I could link to down below in the description if you want to see where I got them. I also have a video where I show you how I prepare them, which I will link in an info card right here for you. And yeah, we just sort of shush them around and we pick the reads that we're going to read or project to read for the upcoming month. So that being said, in August, I think we picked 4 prompts and I can't remember if I got to all those books or not. In September, we picked 6 and I was happy to pick 6 because my brain needed all that dopamine. Plus it gave me a lot of options if I felt like reading the books, if I didn't, and it also left me room for mood reading during the month. So I think that 5 or 6 books is going to be the target of what we're going to do in terms of the reading prompts today. Again, if you're new, just to let you know that if I don't have a book that corresponds to the reading prompt, it's just going to be held aside. We'll pull another prompt and then at the end of the video, it'll just go back into the jar because sometimes books come in and, you know, we'll pick up the prompt at a later date type of thing. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pick the first reading prompt, which I will try to show you guys before I see it. So let me put this pot down. Okay, I just want to see what the direction the text is, but I didn't look, and I will show you guys first. Hopefully it'll come into focus. Okay, let me have a look at it now and I'll see what it is. A historical romance. Uh-oh. A historical romance. So why is this problematic? Because I don't read romance, you guys. So I don't actually know if I have a historical romance. I do have a historical fiction. I have a couple of historical fictions, but I would have to see, maybe I'll get my phone and I'll go to Goodreads and see what kind of historical romance books I might have. Because I think that historical romance is not fantasy based, if I'm not mistaken. I'm having a little bit of trouble finding a list of historical romances on Goodreads, which is kind of weird, but I'm pretty sure that I have in like all of the 300 books that I haven't read, I must have at least one, so I think we'll try and find it. Outlander is coming out on this list. That was a series, if you guys remember from a video I did way at the beginning of the channel that I DNF'd, like I'm not going back to that series. Gone with the Wind. So much Diana Gabaldon on this. I'm not going to read that. The Thornbirds is on this list, and I actually do have a copy of that, but it's for my eBay store, so it's not on my physical TBR, so I'm not going to choose that one. I think that I actually need to go to my computer because on my phone, this is taking way too long, so I will be right back.
One eternity later.
All right, you guys, it has been quite a few minutes, but I think I managed to find something that sort of fits into this category because if you know me at all, you know that I am not a romance reader. I do read some historical fiction, but I'm definitely not a romance girly. Even romantasy is like not a thing that works for me unless it's done really skillfully. So I don't necessarily have anything that I think falls into the strict definition of historical romance, but I do have something that I think I'm going to allow myself because it's a book that I picked up at a thrift store. No, I think I picked it up potentially at a library sale for $2 or $3, and it's a beautiful special edition. And I think it would fall into this category because when I looked it up on Goodreads, there was a little teeny tiny little baby romance tag attached to it. So I'm going to accept it as an answer to this prompt, and that is going to be Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. And just to let you guys see, I have a beautiful sprayed edges edition right here. It's got like a little ribbon to hold the place. It's got some design here of Paris, and as I understand, this is about a couple of sisters, which I guess for sure is not romance, that are going through some stuff in World War II. I don't really know much about the novel other than that, but there were some love tags and some romance tags on Goodreads surrounding this novel, so I guess they might meet men and fall in love or whatever, what have you. So I think that based on the fact that I'm not likely to have another historical romance or anything remotely close to a historical romance in my collection other than this particular book, I'm going to use it to answer this prompt. Does it mean I'm going to get to it in October? I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably end up doing another try a chapter vlog with you guys because I had a lot of fun doing that vlog. Let me know if you guys enjoy that in the comments, but I think the try a chapter is the way I'm gonna go because it just makes for good content and it's really fun for me to do. Okay, let's get to the next one. Book number 2, or prompt number 2 of what we're going to potentially be reading in October. Put this down behind me. Okay, and I'm not looking, but I just want to make sure you guys can see it the right way. And is that coming into focus for you? Okay, I'm gonna look at it now, and it says, has a prologue. Okay, so for this prompt, I think the one that I'm going to choose is going to be The Mask of Mirrors. This one does have a prologue, and I think it would be really fun to try a chapter in this one as well. I had been looking forward to starting this one and just really didn't have an occasion to because I am in the middle of a couple of series, not quite 11, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Fina, if you're watching this. Not quite that many, but I am in the middle of series that I want to continue, maybe about 4, maybe 5 if I'm really stretching it. So I was kind of hesitating to start a new series, but I've had this one on my TBR for a while, and I would like to see if it's the kind of book that I would be into. So it is a fantasy book. I heard really good things about it, but don't know much more than the fact that people really seem to enjoy it. And some of my favorite booktubers do have this on their shelves behind them. I haven't gotten to it yet. This is a great opportunity. This one has a prologue, so this is what we're gonna choose. Now I have a big gaping hole in my shelves. Okay, prompt number 3. Let me get that into focus for you. It only wants to find my face. Okay, I don't know what that is. I think it's in the 2000s, is that what it says? Set in the, oh no, set in the 2020s. Okay, set in the 2020s. That would be something contemporary. Eek. I don't know if I have something that's set in the 2020s. That's not really contemporary stuff, is not really my bag. Actually, scratch that. I think pretty much any mystery thriller that I have on my roster would be set in the 2020s. In fact, I do have a couple that I could possibly choose for this prompt. So the 2 that I have that I would be considering for this prompt are actually both seconds in series that I have started, which is great because I was looking for an excuse to read these books and this would be perfect. So the first one that I could possibly choose will be the second in the Thursday Murder Club series, and this one is The Man Who Died Twice. This was published in 2021, so I think we're satisfying the prompt with that one. And the second one that I'm considering for this prompt is going to be Everyone on This Train is a Suspect, and this is by Benjamin Stevenson. I had a really good time with Everyone in My Family Has Killed Somebody or Killed Someone. I can never remember the title. Is it somebody or someone? I never remember, but I remember having a really good time with that book and really enjoying the humor in it. So these are both funny murder mysteries. I may keep both of them aside. Is that allowed for this prompt? I don't know. If I have to choose, I think that I will go with, I don't know, I can't decide. Let me know in the comments which one you think I should choose for this prompt, or maybe I'll put a poll and you guys can answer it, and let me know which one of the 2 you think I should read to answer this prompt. Book number 4. Let's choose book number 4. Okay, so I'm running out of spots to like do this. Okay, I have it kind of sitting on the book pile now, but okay, book number 4. Is this upside down? I think it's upside down. All right, so book number 4, or prompt number 4, is going to be, has more than 500 pages. Yeah, this works. I do have some books that have more than 500 pages. That's sounding like a fantasy to me. Usually books that are more than 500 pages are of the epic fantasy variety. And I've already got The Mask of Mirrors here, so I don't really know if I can find a book that's more than 500 pages that I can realistically finish and that isn't maybe starting another fantasy series. I wonder if The Fury of the Gods is more than 500 pages, because that would not only cloister the end of a series for me, but I think in August, the TBR Teapot had selected that for one of the prompts and I never got around to it. So yes, it's as I expected. The Fury of the Gods actually has 528 pages, so this is the perfect book for this month. I will finish the series. I will get this prompt done. It's the second time that I've pulled this book, and the first time I didn't really feel like reading it. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be in a better headspace in October. But again, we are pulling 6 books. I only commit to reading about 3 because I do like to leave room for mood reads, and, you know, library books and anything else that might come into play. And of course, there's life also that you want to be living. You just, I mean, maybe you want to spend all your time in a book, but I don't want to spend all my time in a book. So plus I have like a lot of chunkers on this list already right now. So we'll see if I get to this one this month or not. But I do commit to reading at least 3 out of the 6. And this one I'm not going to do try a chapter on because it's the 3rd in the series and I already know what it's about. Okay, so prompt number 5. Prompt number 5 is going to be, let me just put this down because I don't want my teapot to fall on the floor. So prompt number 5 is going to be, let's see, is it coming into focus? Has a gray spine. Has a gray spine. Is that what it says? Yep. Has a gray spine. I wonder if I have a book that has a gray spine. I always have to get up and go check because I really don't know what my catalog is. Has a gray spine. Do I have something here? I have The Doll Makers by Lynn Buchanan, but I don't know if that's technically gray. Like, I feel like if I had a copy of Spinning Silver, that would qualify here, but I don't think I have a copy of that. I have a copy of The Bell Jar. Okay, so I actually have a few options for books with gray spines, more than I thought I would have, which is pretty impressive, but also they can be a little bit scary. So let me show you what they are, and then we will sort of do a process of elimination for this one. Okay, so the books that I have are these ones right here that are all more or less gray. The first one here is The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which as I understand is a romantasy. I have definitely wanted to try this one. I haven't unhauled it yet. It's kind of like, this one is giving me a try a chapter vibe, but I did hear that this is a really good series. I just don't know if I will jive with it necessarily. Plus, if I have The Mask of Mirrors and The Fury of the Gods, those are some pretty chunky fantasies as well. So I don't know if I want to start this one, but it is a possibility. Also, I have the second book in this series. I'm not sure why, because I haven't tried it and I haven't tried this author. So I don't really know anything about it except for Willow of Willow Talks books when she's done her romantasies that are worth reading videos. This happened to be one of the ones that she selected. So it gave me a little bit of confidence. That's perhaps why I bought the second one in the series, but I'm trying not to do that now, no matter what the price, because if I don't like it, I just end up unhauling it, and that doesn't serve anybody. So there is this one that is a possibility. The second one that I have that's a possibility for a gray spine is The Naughty Corner by Mark Towse. This, I think, is an indie, I don't know if it's an indie publication or just an indie edition, but it's 3 novellas in one book. So there's this one. I don't really know what that's about either, but because it's novellas, it might be a little difficult to do a try a chapter on this one, because novellas, you can have short stories, as you guys know, can be very, very different from one story to the next. So it's really hard to judge if it's going to work for you or not. So maybe not this one, but it does have a gray spine. The other option that I have is Gregory Maguire's A Wild Winter Swan. Now, I am familiar with Gregory Maguire, having read The Wicked Years. I think I got to A Lion Among Men before deciding to DNF the series, but that was more than 15 years ago. I never had a problem with this author. I think I was just tired of being in the world of The Wizard of Oz, but it's nothing against this author. I did enjoy his writing. I remember having a good time with it. So there is this one that is a possibility as well. And then lastly, I have a copy of The Bell Jar. I'm kind of feeling like I should try a chapter in this one. So, you know, we can see how we go with that. But if I had to pick from, let's say, these ones here, I think October is going to be a complicated month because I'm going to want to try a chapter probably in each one of these and then complete one of the 3 for this reading prompt. Let me know if you think this is too ambitious. Let me know if you have a preference of which one I should start down in the comments. Let me know. Okay, and we are going to pick a last prompt for October reading. And again, as a reminder, I'm only going to commit to reading at least 3 out of these 6 prompts. And where I have more than one option, I'm going to wait for you guys to write in the comments what you guys think I should be reading. If you guys don't write anything, I'll just probably go with my mood at the time. And we're obviously going to do, oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Well, we're obviously going to be doing a try a chapter video pretty soon after this one. So subscribe and make sure to turn on the notification bell if you want to be notified as to when the try a chapter for all these books that we are picking today goes live. So let's not waste any more time and let's choose prompt number 6. Okay, and that is going to be a memoir. Okay. I have some memoirs that would work for this. I actually have 4. So I think that what I'm going to do for these ones also is try a chapter. Wow, this video is really getting out of hand, isn't it? It's like really becoming something totally else than what you or even I were expecting. But yeah, I've got like 4 memoirs, and I've been low-key kind of putting these ones off because, I don't know, I think you really need to be in a mood to read a memoir, and they work better for me, quite honestly, on audio, but I have these books, so I really should be getting to them. The first one I have here is The Year of Finding Memory by Judy Fong Bates, and she is a Canadian, a Chinese Canadian, if I'm not mistaken, and I think it has to do with, if I'm not wrong, if I remember correctly, I think it has to do with her growing up as a second generation immigrant from Chinese parents who moved to Canada. So that would be option number 1. The second book I'm considering is My Lovely Wife in the Psych Ward. And this is a book about a man who is supporting his wife through her mental illness. And it tells a story about how that affects him and their relationship and their family, etc. Next, I have Memoirs of an Addicted Brain, which is about a doctor who is actually an addict. And he's reflecting upon his life when he was an addict. So that's another one that I definitely want to be trying a chapter. And then lastly, for this prompt, I want to try The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. This one I actually do want to read you the back because I'm kind of having trouble articulating it or summarizing it for you. So it says, The Glass Castle is a remarkable memoir of resilience and redemption and a revelatory look into a family at once deeply dysfunctional and uniquely vibrant. When sober, Jeanette's brilliant and charismatic father captured his children's imagination, teaching them physics, geology, and how to embrace life fearlessly. But when he drank, he was dishonest and destructive. Her mother was a free spirit who abhorred the idea of domesticity and didn't want the responsibility of raising a family. The Walls children learned to take care of themselves. They fed, clothed, and protected one another and eventually found their way to New York. Their parents followed them, choosing to be homeless, even as their children prospered. The Glass Castle is truly astonishing, a memoir permeated by the intense love of a peculiar but loyal family. So for me, this sounds like it could be an extremely interesting read. And obviously, with all these choices, I really have to do a try a chapter video for you guys because I am having trouble deciding which ones to start, which ones to read. And it's especially difficult when you have a prompt that can cover so many of the books that you have on your TBR and that you want to read anyways. So yeah, I'm really counting on you guys in the comments to give me your suggestions as to what you think I should be starting with. And especially if you've read any of these, I would love to know. I'm not going to be able to hold up all these books for the thumbnail, so I will just hold up these and I will kind of like blot it out so it remains a mystery when you guys click on the thumbnail. But yeah, otherwise there's like way too many books behind me. I can't possibly hold them all up. But again, we're going to do a try a chapter and we'll see how we go in terms of doing all of these reads for October. I'll let you guys know in the try a chapter video which ones I'm going to proceed with, which ones I'm going to jettison, and hopefully you guys will stick around for that. So if you have been here until the end of the video, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. If you want to just let me know that you were here today, please leave me a little duck emoji in honor of my duck shirt that I know you guys love to see me wear. Thank you guys again so much. I love you all so much, and I will see you again in the next video. Ciao for now.